CRT watch this. Is it Endon services?
Yeah.
I know you've had
On
trouble
the
with.
Caldon.
I know you've had trouble with blockages and a sign there saying you're going to shut it forever if people don't stop blocking it. But the top and the bottom of it is your cistern is not flushing the basin with enough pressure to clear the waste through the P bend. Morning everybody, just setting off. We're at the bottom of Engine Lock, stayed here for a night to recover from disasters with the box and catch a bit of fresh. Carol's just walked up to the lock and is prepping it for us now. I can see the water tumbling out. You may be able to hear it because she's got a microphone on. We've got 6 locks today. Game plan is to get up to a place called Endon, I think it is. Endon? I think it's Endon. Something like that anyway. Which is where there is a bit of a marina. And there's also a chemist, because we've got to get Carol's medications and what have you, and we're going to stop there for a couple of days I think. So 6 locks, only a couple of miles, it's not a massive distance, but a fair bit of lockage involved, going uphill. So yeah, should be good. Boat's just warming up. Been a nice morning here, slept like a log, it was good. Still covered in blue paint, but until I can buy another coat, that's going to be the case for a while I think. We managed to save most of the damage, so I've straightened up the solar panel and I've fixed the mushrooms that were damaged, and I've sort of bodged together the wooden box, so it's all back intact. There is some discussion of more low bridges, so we're going to be shall we say very careful about how we approach the next bit. And then we'll just gingerly creep up there. It's obviously quite a small canal. We've never hit bridges that low before. Generally we get through, we got all the way down the Llangollen and back with the box on, so I suspect we're just going to need to be careful. There's a couple of lift bridges I think, sort of the Windy Miller style as Carol would call them. So yeah, should be good. I'll start creeping forward and we'll bring you along. Bigger as bywash.
Yeah.
Right, this is the second look of the day. Carol's opening the flaps and we're just wandering up for a look-see. Hiya. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Why don't you ring the bell? Why wouldn't you ring the bell? Didn't ring the bell. Didn't know she was there. Right, we're just in lock number 8, which is the 4th lock of the day. Carol's just opening the front paddles to let us up. We're making good progress, really. So only one more to do after this, and then we're up to the level that we're going to moor at. I think it's probably about a half a mile or so further up, or maybe a mile. So yeah, making good progress this morning. It's been quite mild. Carol's had a bit of doggy doo-doo on her shoe, which has not impressed her very much, but apart from that, we've not had much trouble at all. So far so good. Right, we've just got out of the top lock, and it appears that we've caught something around the propeller, because we're going nowhere at the moment, so it's a trip down the weed hatch, I'm afraid. I'm sure you'll see that coming up shortly. So that's his little pit stop for weed hatch done. It seemed to be a great deal round it, to be honest, whether it had fell off, but it certainly wasn't driving anywhere. We couldn't get into the edge. We're off and running again now.
Woo.
So we don't think we've got far to go, maybe
No,
quarter of a mile, half a mile, something like that. And then we're going to sit and have a well-earned coffee.
Yes.
Carol's done a sterling job on all the locks again.
Oh, it's really slippy today as well.
Yeah, it's quite...
Really slippy.
Don't think this canal's used that much, it seems to me. It's, obviously we're at winter as well, which doesn't help. So you get all the moss on the stone.
Huddersfield and a lot of them, isn't it, really? People need to use them more. And it just makes them easier, because the locks some of the locks are quite arduous.
Yeah.
But if they use more, then it should free them up.
Yeah. That's what.
Anyway, never mind.
When we were talking to the guy at Castle Tunnel, he was quite pleased we were coming up with Caldon, because he said it's under you.
I think they did a lot of restoration on it, haven't they?
Apparently so.
Well, that last lock, 2018, the gates were...
Yeah, new gates in 19.
Gates, but all the stretch,
he said they'd done a lot to clear weed
clearing.
and it's not been too bad for weed. I know we got just snarled up there, but I could see that.
That's around the lock, weren't it?
Yeah, it floated in as we were trying to come out the lock. No way to miss it, really.
Good.
So 27 is the bridge to the Tesco, is it?
I don't know. There's a 27, 27A.
No, 27A.
I don't know where. Oh.
Yeah, we're supposed to be parking somewhere here on this corner with that black tip for this.
Between 27A and it's just past the. Can't remember what they call it now. It's marina. It's a marina. I can't remember what they call it.
No, I can't. That was the idea.
Yeah, just past there.
So this puts us about 7 miles up the Caldon, which I think is probably about halfway. Looking at the map, I reckon it must be about 14 miles up to the furthest point at
Frogall.
Frogall, is it?
But
Frogall.
It's not too far up to Leek, is it, on that stretch?
Doesn't look like it.
No. I think from where I had a look last night, and I think from Bridge 28ish to Leek, I think it was about just over 4 miles.
Right.
It's not far.
So the intention is that we'll try and do both spouts.
Yeah.
If we can't do all of it, there is threat of a couple of low bridges on the Frogall branch, and we don't want another catastrophe, so we'll be pacing ourselves to make sure that Jerry doesn't drive into another bridge. Morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Caldon again. Caldon. I got told off for pronouncing it wrong the other day.
Caldon. Yeah.
Caldon. We've had a couple of nights there, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been quite peaceful. It's been nice.
Been to the pharmacist and sorted that stuff out.
Yep.
Now we're no locks, no bridges, I don't think.
No.
Well, sorry, no opening bridges, movable bridges.
No.
We have a service point just round the corner, so fill it with water, do the tanks, and then we're planning to try and head up the Leek fork and try and clear that off, and then stay somewhere up that neck of the woods for the weekend. So it's Friday today, so
we can't go right up to the top of Leek because the boat's too long. Anything over 45 foot narrowboats aren't able to go right to the end. So you just
we think we can get through the tunnel.
Bridge 9.
And there's a winding hole just after the tunnel, isn't there?
There's about 3, but the last one's just under Bridge 9.
Right.
So it's either wind at the tunnel,
I
the tunnel.
have history with Bridge 9s, so
know,
I'm not very keen.
We might be winded at the tunnel.
We'll be taking it very steady on all the
bridges.
bridges.
In our memory, Bridge 9.
Don't want any more Bridge 9 action.
No.
That was more than enough. In fact, I've had the hammer out a minute or two ago, just finishing straightening the solar panel bracket off that we crumpled. But that's pretty much, we've got most of it back to Maverick.
I mean, considering the damage it did, I mean, it's remarkable to get it all back how it's supposed to be. It's just
got to MacGyver
really
these things, haven't you?
Yeah.
It looks okay. Weather forecast is a hint of rain later on in the day, we think.
Yeah.
Let's go on it.
But we'll be moored up there then, so it's not a problem. Milder again this morning, much milder. Very windy, but
so we'll be able to put our Caldon Canal brass plaque up when we get to the end of here, I think.
Yeah.
It's another one on the Wall of Fame. All good, really. So we're just at Caldon Services. No, Endon Services. Just topping off the water at this point. Decent services. All the facilities present. Right, we've serviced the boat. Now it's time to service the people. Coffee.
Oh, excuse me.
You never know your luck.
Bad bag.
So we're sun popped out of it. It's lovely when the sun just pops through
really
clouds
nice.
and there's a sudden burst of heat. It's lovely.
Yeah.
But having said that, it's much milder than it was a month ago. So spring is definitely springing, I think.
Yes, it is. It's lovely.
We filled the water tanks up, so hopefully that makes us a bit deeper in the water, so we go under the bridges a bit easier. Did take a fair bit as well, actually. Morning.
Morning. Yeah, it's
and
good load than I expected.
If CRT watch this, is it Endon Services?
Yeah.
I know you've had
On
trouble
the
with.
Caldon.
I know you've had trouble with blockages, and a sign there saying you're going to shut it forever if people don't stop blocking it. But the top of the bottom of it is your cistern is not flushing the basin with enough pressure to clear the waste through the P-bend. So it needs either a bigger head on the cistern or a replacement if it's blocked up. I'm sure there are people that abuse it, but at the end of the day, if it's not working properly,
if it's not working properly in the first place,
it's difficult to blame it on the people. Most of the Elsons that we see have got a really good head, and they flush the waste away. And I would suggest if they're blocked, that it's people not flushing and not paying attention to it. But that one is definitely a low pressure flush, so it's not helping. Did manage to get rid of it all, but it took 2 or 3 goes. Anyway, that's my plumbing lesson over.
I love toilet humour, etc.